With the New England Patriots' 2017 season about to get underway in less than 2 weeks, I thought it'd be interesting to give a little preview what the defending Super Bowl champs could be up against. And obviously, the schedule's been out for quite some time. Obviously, stuff has happened between there, trades, cuts, injuries. So it gets a little of that right about now, and then I'll get to the schedule a little later. So let's start off with the injuries. Of course, you look at this team. They're 1-2 in preseason. It's preseason, guys. Who freaking care? Who cares about preseason? I mean, let's be honest with you. But I will say this. The New England Patriots obviously suffered a big injury recently with Julian Edelman, and I've already seen some people going, "Oh, the Patriots season, no, they're not going to go undefeated." First of all, if you think the Patriots are going to go undefeated, I think you might be a little bit delusional, because they actually have an interesting schedule, and I mean interesting, I mean somewhat difficult. And them being the defending Super Bowl champions, it's only fair that they get a difficult schedule. I understand that, so before you come at me going, "Oh, typical Patriot fan doesn't understand anything," please don't judge me. So, with that being said, the Patriots' schedule is a bit challenging. They weren't going to go 16-0 to begin with. If you think they're going to go undefeated, you don't know anything. Well, you don't know much about football, including the New England Patriots in general. Also, with the injury of Julian Edelman, yes, it's big. It is impactful. However, they will be fine, in my honest opinion. And here's the reason why. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots have so many weapons on offense this year, out of any year particularly, that you think they'll be fine. I mean, yes, you got the injury-prone of Rob Gronkowski, but you also have Dwayne Allen, the recent addition of him this past offseason. You also have Brandon Cooks, of course. He was a recent addition this past offseason. Chris Hogan came off his career best season coming over from Buffalo. You also have Malcolm Mitchell. You have Deion Lewis. You have James White. You have Rex Burkhead that they just acquired from the Bengals this past offseason. And, it's just, this team should be fine, is what I'm trying to tell you. And that's not, that's not considering also Mike Gisley, who came over from the Bills. They'll be fine. Not to mention, I think I mentioned Malcolm Mitchell. Did I not? I think I did. But if I didn't, Malcolm Mitchell. But, not to mention, it seems like once a year, every year, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady find this random receiver that no one's ever heard of, and they make him famous for, at least a week. You know what I mean? Not to mention Danny Amendola. I think some people forget Danny Amendola is even on this team. He's like a carbon copy print of Joe Edelman, except for more injury-prone, obviously. But that's besides the point. The point is, New England Patriots, they should be fine. They don't really have any other big injuries, concerns right now. I mean, Dante Hightower just came back from the PUP list, I believe, about a couple weeks ago. So, obviously, that's big for them. So, then we go on to the schedule. Now we get the preseason and the injuries out of the way. Week 1, of course, Thursday night football game. Thursday night football game, NBC. Chris Collinsworth. I can't wait till he drools all over Rob Gronkowski, because hey, I'm Chris Collinsworth. Rob Gronkowski, what a great guy that guy is. The way he catches the football and goes down and spikes the ball in the end zone. It's a beautiful sight to see. I love former Browns great Chris Collinsworth. Anyways, Kansas City, they got to face the Kansas City Chiefs at home. Not necessarily an easy game for them, but I do expect the Patriots to win this one. It's at home. Obviously, the crowd's going to be hyped with first home game of the season. They're going to raise the banner then. So, makes sense. I think Patriots will win that game, so you got 1-0. Then you got week 2 at New Orleans. The Saints, they're, scraping the bottom of the barrel in the NFC South, in my honest opinion. The Bucs are a better team. Panthers are a better team. And the Falcons are a better team. So, by default, they are the worst team in that division. They're a team that I could see go, 6-10 at best, possibly. So, they got a bad defense. Drew Brees is still Drew Brees. They got that going from them. And obviously, this will be Brandon Cooks' first game in New Orleans since being acquired via trade by the New England Patriots. So, still expect that to be a win. That's 2-0. Then they got week 3 at home against the Houston Texans in New England. Last time the Texans went over to New England, Jacoby Brissett looked good against them. When Jacoby Brissett, a third-string quarterback, looks good against your amazing defense, there's something wrong there. All right, I don't care if it's, Bill Belichick's magic and the Patriots shenanigans. I know I sound like I'm 75 years old saying shenanigans, but honestly, come on now. But that being said, I fully expect the Patriots should win this game. Could be a little brutal, but we'll sure see. The Patriots with 3-0. Week 4 game. This one I'm actually really intrigued into. I'm following the next one, but let's go to Week 4 right now, October 1st, at home again. Wow, I just now realized that their first 4 games, 3 out of the 4 are home games for the Patriots. Wow. That's why the second half is a ton of road games. So anyway, Week 4 against the Panthers. Cam Newton. I don't remember Cam Newton's record against the Patriots, so I'm not entirely sure on that one. But obviously the Panthers had a hangover of a season last year after making the Super Bowl. This year's kind of weird because they kind of improved, but they kind of got worse. They got worse on defense, I think, but better on offense slightly. So I do think the Patriots will win this game, though. 4-0 for the New England Patriots. Then you go to Week 5 at Tampa Bay. This one I am really looking forward to. This one is the Thursday night game, I believe, yes. Between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's right, the Hard Knocks Buccaneers. Famous Jameis. And let me tell you something real quick. Famous Jameis has really impressed me. Yeah, this guy seemed like a total clown in college. Another good clown. Like, oh man, this guy's could be like Johnny Manziel minus the drinking. But he has really stepped up and seemed to be a total leader. He has matured. He's obviously very talented. And he seems like a really cool guy. You know, I think he has changed for the better now that he's in the big time. So, props to him. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually a fan of famous Jameis Winston. Watch him get arrested for something stupid, and I'm going to go, really. Anywho, crab legs. So, Week 5, they go to face the Buccaneers. This should be actually a pretty good game for the Patriots. I believe Doug Martin's suspension, is 4 games, I believe. So, I think this would be the game that Doug Martin comes back. But the Patriots have shown, especially last season, they're one of the best run defenses in the NFL. So, anywho, should be hard game. I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest with you, if the Patriots do end up losing this game. This is a game that I'm actually more scared of compared to the other previous game. I think, what? You're more scared of the Buccaneers and the Texans and the Panthers and the Chiefs? The Patriots rarely lose at home. This is a road game. It's a Thursday night game. 4 days later. I mean, I don't know. This could be a trap game for the Patriots. And I'm not saying it's a bad team for the Buccaneers, but obviously if you compare the Buccaneers to the Patriots, you see the Patriots are slightly better. So then they go to at New York to face the Jets. This is always a trap game for the Patriots, always. The Jets just look god-awful. Their best wide receiver, Quincy Amunua, is out for the season. They got, Josh McCown starting for them? Ew. They got, they're about to trade Matt Forte. I mean, this team is just bad. A bad football team. Now, are they going to go 0-16? No. They'll probably be 2-14. But this is honestly that game. Because despite how bad the Jets are, I don't know what's wrong with the Patriots, particularly Tom Brady. When you go to MetLife Stadium and you face the Jets, I don't know why he crumbles. His mind is paralyzed for about 3 hours. I don't know. I just don't. So this could be a trap game for the Patriots. So the last 2 games, I'm actually putting a question mark because that could go either way, to be honest with you. Just like Aaron Carter. Sorry, I had to put that in there. So we go on to the following week. We have them hosting the Atlanta Falcons, and obviously, Super Bowl rematch. And this could also be a loss for the Patriots, to be quite honest with you. And I know I said before, the Patriots barely lose at home. Well, they always like to lose or get real close on Sunday Night Football and NBC at home. You know how Cowboy fans always complain about, oh God, we have a NBC Sunday night game. Of course, we're gonna lose. Patriots aren't that far off when it comes to losing on NBC, especially the last several years. I don't know why. Again, it's just a thing, I suppose. But obviously, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, we've seen this before, but should be a good game. This is also a toss-up for me. As of right now, it's a toss-up. Because, again, the season hasn't started. Injuries, suspensions, players just regressing. it's all a possibility. So, I mean, I'm recording this on August 30th, on a Wednesday, August 30th of 2017. Yeah, so if you come back afterwards and go, oh, Chris, you were wrong, it happens. So we go on to, before they had their bye week, week 8, hosting the, man, I have to get used to saying this name, the Los Angeles Chargers. They're still in San Diego in my heart. But anywho, this should be a win for the Patriots. The Chargers, they're not a good football team. They're not. Philip Rivers, good, solid quarterback. But a lot of question marks on his options at wide receivers, particularly Keenan Allen, who, I've always said, oh, why did the Patriots draft Keenan Allen? They draft Eric Dobson instead, and then they see Keenan Allen being as injury prone as, the last several years. A talented wide receiver, just extremely injury prone. And their defense is bad. So Patriots should win this one. And they go to the bye week, week 9. Week 10, of course, even when Peyton Manning is no longer there for the second straight year, guess what, folks? Patriots get to face the Broncos in Denver, and it's on NBC. Now, the question is, who's the starting quarterback at this point? Trevor Siemian or Paxton Lynch, or who knows? Some other quarterback, for all I know. It could be Colin Kaepernick in some crazy world, which, by the way, I said before, he should still be signed, but, politics. So we go on to the game at Denver. Question is, who'll be starting quarterback? Like I said, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, who knows? But, obviously, the Broncos did add Jamal Charles. Good. I still think Jamal Charles still has something left in the tank, so a good signing for the Broncos. It's been him with C.J. Anderson. The question is, will Jamal Charles stay healthy unlike last season? Again, who knows? Obviously, we all know about the Denver. We know about their defense. There's going to be one team in this schedule, obviously, for the Patriots in the regular season. This is going to be the hardest test for the Patriots because, obviously, the Broncos, when you think of the Broncos, you think of, again, the defense. Patriots, what do they have pretty good this year? Offense. So, I mean, you don't believe me? Look what they did against a decent to good Detroit Lions defense in the first half. They put up, 24 points? That was the first half. It wasn't like it was in the whole game. It was the first half. So, this could be a loss for the Patriots, because Patriots like losing on NBC, particularly to the Broncos on the road. So, yay. Then we go on to November 19th, week 11. They go to face the Raiders. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this is also the game that the Patriots go to Mexico City. Ooh. So, again, we see what Derek Carr does after coming off of that injury last season, that brutal injury. But from what I've seen from the Raiders, not bad. Marshawn Lynch is doing pretty decent. Obviously, think Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, those young studs they got in Oakland, soon to be Las Vegas. Again, I'm going to have to get used to saying these new locations with the same teams. But it should be a good game nonetheless. This could be a loss for the Patriots, in all honesty. This right here, the Patriots could start back-to-back losses. It's very rare, especially with Bill Belichick and the Patriots have back-to-back losses, but it's a possibility. So they go on November 26th, week 12, hosting the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, Dolphins are kind of a mess. Ryan Tannehill, of course, out for the season. They're trying to trade Parker out there. And obviously they got Jay Cutler as their starting quarterback, or as Select Daddy would say, quarterback number 6. Yeah, he's not good. I don't care what anybody says. Jay Cutler is bad. So Patriots should win that one. And I don't care about the J.J. thing. I'm way over that. So December 13th at Buffalo, take on the Bills. Again, this is kind of maybe a trap game for the Patriots, and here's the reason why. Again, for whatever the reason is, whenever the Patriots go to I talked about the Buffalo before, whenever time the Patriots go to face the Jets on the road, it's kind of a trap game. For some other reason, don't ask why, even when the Patriots are clearly the favorite, it's somehow a trap game for the Patriots. Same situation here at the Bills. So if it's at halftime on December 3rd of 2017 and the Patriots are barely up, or if they're down by a field goal or it's tied, do not be surprised, folks. But there's also a chance that it's not even close because the Bills are just not a good football team. They traded Sammy Watkins away for a box of cookies, okay? Let's not just kid ourselves. And LaShawn McCoy's, there's a reason why he shaded McCoy because, I'm perfectly fine. I had the greatest game of my career. Then he has like 15 carries for about, 40 yards and a fumble, and then gets injured. So that when he's not tipping people at restaurants. Okay, so then we go on to December 11th. This is a Monday Night Football game on ESPN. And they go and face, guess what? Jay Cutler. Yes, they face Jay Cutler and the Dolphins twice in the span of 3 weeks. I don't know who in the bright minds made this good schedule, but, lol. So then they go and face Dolphins. This should be a win for the Patriots. Again, I know it sounds weird, but Patriots usually do well on Monday Night Football. It's in Miami. Patriots usually play well there, usually. And the Dolphins, again, they're not a good football team. So then we go on to this week 15. They go out of Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And again, real quick before I end this, you notice how a lot of these games, I'm facing Drew Brees, Alex Smith's a decent quarterback, Cam Newton, famous Jameis Winston, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Derek Carr. Those right there is, 7 good quarterbacks? So please, enough with the discussion of last season, because all last season I heard, oh, well, the Patriots have invested in good quarterbacks, they have invested in good wide receivers. They would have if they, most of them had not got injured. Is that the Patriots' fault? No, it's not. So stop. But I agree, it will be a test, and I do think the Patriots, obviously, their defense has improved. But moving on, I think Stephon Gilmore will help with that. So December 17th, they go at Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Could be an interesting game. Obviously, you think the Steelers, you think of Big Ben Roethlisberger, if he's not injured by now, if he hasn't had a broken neck, a busted up knee, whatever, because like I said before, the only way Big Ben doesn't play is if you decapitate him, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is tough. I may not like what he's been accused of, but this guy's a tough you-know-what on the football field. Antonio Brown, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in the NFL. I don't care what you say about Odell Beckham Jr., I don't care what you say about Julio Jones, I don't care what you say about Des Bryant. To me, it's Antonio Brown, end of story, goodbye. And Le'Veon Bell, good wide receiver, and I believe they also get Latavius Bryant back from suspension after smoking the weed. So there's that, and I believe they just signed Joe Hayden as of today, even though I think Joe Hayden's a little washed up now because, he was actually good in 2014, and now ever since then he has stunk the big wazoo. So, yeah, 3-year deal. Have fun with that, Pittsburgh. But I do think the Patriots will win this one. I think it'll be a very close game. I won't be surprised Patriots win this one by 3 or less points, to be quite honest with you, but I think the Patriots will win. They got week 16 hosting Buffalo. That should be a win. Buffalo usually never does well against New England, unless it was last year, and you're thinking, well, it's because Jacoby Brissett started that game, because Jimmy G was injured, and Tom Brady was still suspended, because, the fight game. Let's not go there ever again, thank you. So then we finally go to Week 17, December 31st, New Year's Eve, hosting the New York Jets, Jets. The Jets are so bad that I'm pretty sure that, Bill Belichick doesn't like starting guys like Tom Brady and, Rob Gronkowski, if God forbid he's still healthy at this point, this late in the season. Because, you know what? he wants to rest his starters for the playoffs, which makes sense. So even by that standpoint, the New York Jets are so bad, I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy G and whomever is on the second string at this point ends up beating the Jets because the Jets are that bad, okay? So, and then I'm not going to go into the playoffs and Super Bowl or whatever the case that may be. So, anyways, I apologize if my nose sounds nasally. I don't know, there's like a pollen alert right now where I am, so that might have something to do with my allergies or something. I have been sneezing a little bit, so again, if I sound a little nasally, I do apologize. My eyes probably look a little messed up right now, but anywho. No, I'm not high. Alright, I don't do that. That's just me. You know, I've known people, family, friends have done it. I'm just like, no thanks. Anywho, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below. Subscribe, like I said, subscribe if you have not. If you'd like to give your thoughts on the New England Patriots season, feel free to comment down below if they're good, if they're bad. Hey, I'm not biased. Feel free to go there. Also, you can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is the same as my username here on YouTube, TheChrisPhoenix. It's just obviously at TheChrisPhoenix. So anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Can't wait for football season to finally start. We just got one more week of preseason, fake games, and then we got, hey, the real stuff. So, yeah. And also, I got a ton of fantasy football this weekend. Boy, am I going to be busy with that one. Anyways, that's it for me. Peace. Yeah.